All right. Let's get this started. First of all, we got an upcoming workshop November 30th, right after Black Friday, on affidavits. This workshop is definitely going to show you exactly how to do an affidavit as a real man in the republic. In the republic, not a part of democracy, not a 14th Amendment citizen. Uh, it's cheap. It's I think it's 125 for the workshop. Get your tickets. Go to jonahbay.com to pick up your tickets. So keep that in mind so that you don't spend the money. So you're able to come to that workshop. All right. So yeah, just go to Affidavit Workshop hosted by Jonah Bay, Saturday, November 30th, 2024, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ticket is 125. Don't miss out. You definitely need it. A lot of y'all are losing cases and all that. It's because you really don't know how to do affidavits at all. And an affidavit is straight up what they call evidence. If you don't know how to swear to it in an affidavit, you won't have no evidence on the record. Very important for you to learn that. Anyway, I was checking out something oldie but goodie. So I'm gonna go into it today and see what's going on with you. Let me see if I can find the first page. Why is it when you're looking for something, you can't find it? Is it always like that? Here it go. Federal Reserve Act, remedy. What's the remedy to the Federal Reserve Act? They had to give you remedy. They couldn't force you to use Federal Reserve notes. So all y'all people that's scared to really do stuff and learn stuff, this is for you. This is for you to use right now. It doesn't impact your life at all, but it helps you in the long run, right? So a lot of y'all really don't own anything. Y'all don't own anything because when y'all sign these contracts, y'all are not using the remedy that's in the law for you to use. What are you talking about, Jonah? Well, let's go into it. It says Federal Reserve Act remedy of 1913 and how to apply it today. It is important to understand why a remedy had to be written into the Federal Reserve Act. Look at what the title says. Per the 63rd Congress, Session 2, Chapter 4 through 6, page 251. An act provided to establishment of the Federal Reserve Banks to furnish an elastic currency to afford means of discontinuing commercial paper. To understand the authority behind remedy, the United States of America, look at the Judiciary Act of 1789. Read, savings to suitors in all cases, the right of the common law remedy where the common law is competent to give it. Savings to suitor clause of 1789 allows the original cognizance by Congress of all seizures of land. Congress was required to write the remedy of elastic currency into Section 16 of the Federal Reserve Act. They, FRNs, shall be redeemed in gold on demand at the Treasury Department of the United States or in gold or lawful money at any Federal Reserve Bank. A lot of people know that. They're like, yo, I used that. Nothing happened. You don't know what happened. So you didn't use it correctly if you don't know what it does. There was I can keep on reading, and there's a Supreme Court case where one of the patriots went in and sued them because he wanted to get gold or silver for his Federal Reserve notes because he wanted to redeem it, right? And they basically told him, well, it was redeemed for the purposes of Treasury notes and Federal Reserve notes are one and the same thing. What you talking about? Yeah. The Federal Reserve note is one side of the dollar bill, and the Treasury note is the other side. It's all inside. Matter of fact, Federal Reserve notes is on an outside box. That's in the box on itself. And the inside says Treasury, right? Now, when you sign a check or instrument, you're supposed to put redeem in lawful money. A lot of y'all don't use that. So if I'm going to get a car, right? When I sign the application, all of that, I know they're going to turn it into what? A security. How do I stop them from doing fractional reserve banking and putting it into the United States corporation? It's easy. I use the law. I put redeem and lawful money. That means they can only take it to the Treasury window. They can't do fractional reserve banking. The difference, to have a lodial title to shit, right? The only way to get a lodial title to shit is to actually pay for something, not discharge. Do y'all know y'all been discharging when y'all using Federal Reserve notes in their instruments from the Federal Reserve Bank? I don't think y'all knew that. Now, I taught this lesson back in 2015. Y'all don't really understand it. I keep on having to go over the same stuff. This is why I told a lot of y'all need to go to jonahbay.com and pick up my first audio in 2014 on the air, the webinar. It was called Privatization. I give you everything that you need in that one daggone. It's about 6 hours long, 8 hours long. You got to break it down. You got to study that constantly, right? But yeah. So if you put redeem in lawful money, then you go back and you do discharge. They have to take it to the Treasury window. You also, on each instrument that you write, you're supposed to put redeem in lawful money. If you're doing a discharge, you got to put redeem in lawful money. So it automatically goes to the Treasury instead of their Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve Bank is the one turning you down because you're mixing public and private. When you put redeem in lawful money, you are using the private side. You're using the republic, right? When you put a blank endorsement, you are just using the 14th Amendment, and there's rules and regulations to that shit, right? But let me read on. I'm explaining some more. I'm going to read on, though. To reinstate the remedy, you can stop being a reserve bank by rendering lawful money in exchange for your Federal Reserve notes. So you have to take all those instruments and write redeem and lawful money. and stop being a Federal Reserve Bank. A regular person, your straw man, is a Federal Reserve Bank or a Federal Reserve member. Because here we go. Section 16. The remedy from central banking reveals the Federal Reserve notes are for reserve banks. Therefore, if you have FRNs in your wallet, you are a reserve bank. Y'all been operating as reserve banks this whole damn time. Did you know that? Did you realize that? If y'all liking the information, hit me with the ones. Let me see some interaction. Hit me with the ones if y'all understanding what I'm saying. What about a TikTok? I get something. Oh man, I didn't even start Instagram. I was so key on starting the talk, you know. But if y'all don't put redeeming lawful money, you're acting as a Federal Reserve Bank. You're a member. And as a member, you must use Federal Reserve notes and you must pay taxes because you're in the system as a bank. Once again, let me get those ones if you're liking what I'm saying. Instagram, I know I'm a little late. I forgot to turn y'all on. But we read in the Federal Reserve Act right now, and I'm telling y'all some secrets about how to use your remedy for discharge everything else. Y'all didn't know this. But it says, Federal Reserve notes shall be redeemed in gold on demand at the Treasury Department of the United States or gold or lawful money at any Federal Reserve Bank. A lot of y'all didn't understand what that meant. What that means is when you write on your check, redeem in lawful money, you must write it on every check. You're supposed to go get a paper check. Stop letting them do direct deposit on y'all. A paper check. Redeem in lawful money. When you do that, they're going to hand you your money. They handed you money. The money they handed you was Treasury notes, which is lawful money. You don't know what you mean. It was the same money. Because there's a public side and a private side to what y'all call Federal Reserve notes. That note is used for Treasury notes and Federal Reserve notes. Unless you put redeem in lawful money, activates the private side in the Republic, the Treasury note side. If you do a blank endorsement, it keeps it on the public side, the 14th Amendment side, where you're using Federal Reserve notes. Right? Then Section 16 of the Federal Reserve Act says the Federal Reserve notes are reserved for banks, for reserve banks. So if you're using Federal Reserve notes, you are a reserve bank. Your straw man is a reserve bank. Therefore, if you have FRNs in your wallet, you are a reserve bank. Y'all been operating as reserve banks all this time. This is why y'all are paying taxes. If you put redeem in lawful money, you ain't paying no damn taxes. If you put redeem in lawful money and you keep all the receipts when you were out buying shit and had to pay taxes, you could do a 1041 and get all that money back. You can get the money back that you've been paying all year in taxes from each and everything if you put redeem and lawful money. Because the money went to the Federal Reserve. The tax money eventually makes it there. They have to give it back to you because you're not a part of the Federal Reserve System because you're using the remedy. And the remedy is redeem and lawful money. Now, do y'all know what law that is? A lot of y'all don't even know what law I'm talking about. The savings to suitor clause. You know what I mean? Do y'all actually know what the law is? Is someone going to Google it and tell me what it is? Y'all going to put it in the chat? What's going on? See, a lot of people that's teaching ain't teaching y'all right. I teach y'all exactly from the law and break it down. Why? Because you know I'm telling the truth. I'm making you understand it in simple terms. The law is 12 U.S.C. 411. 411. Did y'all know that? What other teacher teaches these things? Taught y'all this. Told you this. Besides Jonah Bay. I taught this shit back in 2015. A lot of y'all ain't really hip to what I do and what I teach. Redeeming lawful money. Then you can do a 1041. But let me go on with the article. But you also got to know how to do an affidavit in the Republic as a real man or woman on the private side. We're going to have a workshop November 30th. It's only $125. So go to jonahbay.com and pick up your tickets. Pick up your tickets for it. Butler B, she doing her homework. She all in the $1 billion bill. She listening and putting it in the chat, and all that shit keep on coming across my screen while I'm talking. But let me finish reading. Upon filing Federal Reserve Act 63rd Congress, Section 2, Chapter 4 through 6, page 254. Upon filing such certificate with the Comptroller of Currency as aforesaid, the said Federal Reserve Bank shall become a body corporate, and as such, in the name designated in each organization certificate, shall have the power, first, to adopt the use of the corporate seal, second, to have sessions for a period of 20 years from the organization, unless it soon dissolves by act of Congress, or unless its a franchise becomes forfeited by some violation of law. Third, to make contracts. Fourth, to sue and be sued, complain and defend in any court of law and equity. See, so when y'all sign in these contracts, let's say, for instance, Jonah going to get a new car, and I'm sitting there, I'm going to finance it, right? After my signature, I say redeeming lawful money, right after the signature line. On the application too. They won't be able to put it in Congress. So then when I ask them to cancel the bill, the right of discharge, they're going to have to do it. I never gave them permission in the beginning to do fractional reserve banking. Now, I'm really teaching you discharge right now, but will y'all comprehend it and do it? Real simple like. But once again, if y'all liking this info, give me the ones. If not, I can change the subject. I can open up the call lines and start taking questions. Because y'all ain't liking the information. You know what I mean? So it's all up to y'all. I leave it up to you. The choice is yours. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. Because this is where it's at. See, I told you I had things to teach y'all first, and then I was going to give y'all discharge. Now, don't worry. I will do a workshop on it, and I will show you exactly the steps. But I'm telling you how now, if you can comprehend. You know what I mean? Comprehension is number one. Someone said, I know exactly what I gotta do, Unc. Cat's out the bag. Yeah, because y'all heard of this remedy before, right? Don't you know the whole bankruptcy is based on what? The bankruptcy. HR 192 and all that? Using Federal Reserve notes. Y'all said, oh, they took away lawful money. There is no lawful money. Plenty of teachers on YouTube say there is no lawful money. I've been telling y'all for years that's a lie. How could it be no lawful money when lawful money is gold and silver, precious metals? Has there been pennies, dimes, quarters, gold dollars, and all that even now? Of course there is. Oh, Jonah, but it ain't pure gold. Hold on. The Constitution says they can regulate how much gold or silver is in the coin. It's long as it has some, it's lawful money. I also gave y'all the definition of lawful money. Hold on. Let me look it up right now. See, I want y'all to know, not believe me. What is lawful money? Because y'all really don't know. Lawful money is any form of currency issued by the United States Treasury and not the Federal Reserve System. Jonah, I thought you said it was one and the same. Hold on. I'll be back. I ain't got no money in my pocket. I'm going to keep on teaching y'all the truth in this hotness. Right? This is why they try to shut down my feed. This is why they don't like me teaching. All right. What it has right here at the top, that's in the four corners. It says the Federal Reserve note, right? That's in a box. That's its own contract. So when you just do a blank endorsement on a check, you receive a Federal Reserve note. Now, up under that, in a whole nother box, it says the United States of America. Now, it said the Treasury, right? Right here's the signature of the Treasury, and right here is another signature of the Treasury, right? So the inside of the dollar is a Treasury note. You haven't activated the Treasury note by writing redeem and lawful money on the negotiable instruments, the checks and stuff like that, right? On the back, the note is completely nothing but a Treasury note. And it got two sides of the ledger on this too. It has the Moors, and then it has the seal of the corporation, or Egypt. See? Right here, this is a ledger. Now, here's 100. Now, right here, Federal Reserve note. Right there. Right here, the United States of America, Treasury. So, United States of America is on the creditor side, on the right-hand side. The debtor side, Federal Reserve. If you're not using saving the suitors clause, redeeming lawful money, you are using the debtor side, which is the left-hand side. The right-hand side, the private side, is when you write redeeming lawful money. Huh? Because I told y'all once, I told y'all twice. Indians don't pay tax. I must be an Indian. I don't pay no tax. So what's going on? Tell me something. Tell me something. Y'all want to know why I got more money than y'all? Because I'm following the laws. But y'all motherfuckers want to argue. Y'all want to debate with your feelings instead of going off the law. Tell me what I said is wrong. Tell me what I said is wrong. Man, Sarah, stop trying to come in on my damn show. Tell me what I'm saying is wrong. But hold on, let me open up the call lines. Because this is for everyone. Old people, new people. Don't matter. I'm going to 650-323. Piece of Yahoo. Piece of Yahoo. What up? I'm chilling. Hurry up because they've been messing with my feed. I don't think the listeners can hear your questions. Make it a short, sweet question or a statement so I can repeat it back so that they can hear it. He went to court to file a writ of discovery for a traffic violation, y'all. Go ahead. No. See, this is what I'm saying. You're supposed to know what you're supposed to know. Your writ of discovery talks about the rights that you have protected by the Constitution. Am I right? So in your writ of discovery, it talks about anything that goes against the Constitution is void, and the judiciary shall declare it. Is the cop station the judiciary? Isn't judges part of the judiciary? So obviously you don't know what the fuck you talking about, and you didn't shut them down from lying to you. Yeah, but they're trying to discourage you, telling you the shit ain't real. Only they can do discovery. All of those things are rights. Don't you understand? What I showed you in my writ of discovery paperwork is the rights that's enumerated in the Bill of Rights. They have to give it to you. Now, let me say this. They say you don't have any rights unless you know how to defend it. You did it half-assed today. You didn't know what you were supposed to know. You did it half-assed. They would never say no shit like that to me. I would shut it down. If you know someone's lying to you, why would you not rebut it? Because you ain't studied properly. You feel me? You just handed in paperwork. You don't really know what the paperwork say and how to comprehend it yet. You see what I'm saying? You must study more. And when you finish studying, study some more. You feel me? But your shit's still gonna work. What else happened? Yes. Of course not. The opposing attorney is supposed to bring that to you. You feel me? So the shit is wrong. Yeah. I bet you they don't do it. They can't. That's not part of they cannot give you what's in your discovery because number one, they never have a warrant. and an affidavit of a person that you harmed before they pull you over. They never do that because their laws ain't based on real people being damaged. Their laws is based on statute, codes, and rules and regulations. And all of that is inside democracy. All of that is inside their corporations, municipal corporations. Those is rules for the straw man. What you're doing is what is called on the private side, your rights. You're asking for your rights. They can't do that. They don't do that procedure. So they're not going to give in. They ain't going to give anything. What they're going to do is try to trick you into running your mouth and undo your paperwork and do a joiner. But as you keep on going to court, just read your paperwork and say nothing else until you fully comprehend your rights. The paperwork does not work on its own. They won't even file your paperwork on the record. Your shit is filed, but it's not on the record. You're gonna have to go into court and say, put it. I want my writ of discovery put on the record, and I want you to know that I haven't received discovery yet. You're gonna have to say that out your mouth. It doesn't work by itself. What you mean trial it ain't gonna? Bro, you need a consultation. You don't understand shit. How long you been listening to me, bro? Right. You ain't going to trial. See, now, even what you saying, do I wait until trial? That's showing that you really don't know what you're talking about either. But I asked you a question and you didn't answer. Do you even know what question I asked? See the problem? You don't fucking listen. How I'm just gonna ask you a question and you didn't hear the question. I asked you how long you've been listening to me. Bro, you ain't really been studying then. You just been listening for entertainment. You ain't been studying. Bro, I listen. You could disagree, but the facts show something different. By what you're saying out of your mouth and the things that you know and what you're doing shows whether you've been studying and you know what you're doing or not. Right now, we all hear that you don't know what you're doing. So are you a part of the private build? Man, you need to talk more in the. I need to get on you in the private to make sure you learn. This is why I get on y'all so y'all learn and know what y'all supposed to know. Right now, you're lacking, my brother, but we gonna work on it. I'm gonna write your fucking number down and I'm gonna harass your ass. I'm gonna be your coach. I'm gonna cuss you out, and next thing you know, you're gonna run for a touchdown and be like, "Oh, I won! I won from the end of the field to the next side." You know what I mean, bro? Hold on. Do you know Michael Jackson? Right. Name a song. Anyone? Jackson? Bam! You know albums, my nigga. How you know that? But how do you know that? You don't retain shit, is what you just told me. Well, you laughing, so I must be entertaining you right now. I know I am. I know I am. Brother, it's repetition. That means you're not repeating it enough to know it. I don't want to hear that excuse. I want you to be like, yo, I'm going to dedicate a half an hour to listening to an audio in the archives while I'm eating lunch every day. And if you did that, you would know it. You would know it if you did that. Do your repetition, man. Stop playing with me, your old ass. Us old people got to stick together. You feel me? And you still haven't lost at all. You're on your way to winning. Right. Check behind the. Right. So you already know our paperwork is built on nothing but law. And that shit do that shit. You feel me? Well, keep on studying, man. We're gonna make it. See, even if you win, right? We can still become better. We can still become better. We can become so damn good. No one can beat us. No one can debate us. You feel me? And that's the goal. That's the goal. Oh man, here we go again. Facebook just shut down my feed. I swear, man, they be hating on a brother, but it's all good. Everyone on Facebook know they can get on all the other stuff and hear me. So with that being said, wonderful talking to you, brother. Damn, you almost took up the whole show. I only got time for one more caller. It's all good. It's all good, my brother. 279-789. Peace to Yahoo. I'm doing wonderful, magnificent, and great. Yo, the Federal Reserve is there to be your intermediary, to go to the Treasury for you. I'll give you an example. This is gonna be a real jewel for y'all. A lot of y'all been trying to cash in birth certificates, right? Y'all ain't never even wrote on it. First, y'all was doing the secure party creditor process, which the way y'all learned it is wrong. But y'all didn't write redeeming lawful money on it anyway. Redeeming lawful money allows you to pull money from the other side. So all of y'all who are trying to redeem shit like social security cards, shit like that, y'all weren't using the law to do that. You wasn't putting. You have to. This is why I'm harping on uh, doing affidavits and learning how to do the affidavit in the republic on the private side, right? You have to know that to be able to demand your rights on the private side, which means you are either public or private by your actions, not so much what you say. Your action shows that. So when you're doing a proper affidavit, you're showing you're not a 14th Amendment citizen because a 14th Amendment citizen cannot swear an oath on the record to anything. It's a corporation, right? Okay. So then when you write and redeem and lawful money, you're showing that you don't want to do business with the Federal Reserve Bank. You want to keep on doing it with your treasury. And all of it's been right in front of you. All of it. I'm not not even gonna front to you. The shit I read to y'all tonight is most of the key points is in the Federal Reserve Act, right? But you're gonna have to have supreme comprehension to really comprehend it the way I just broke it down. You feel me? Because you can read it and you're not gonna get what I got out of it. So what y'all really need to do, see, here's the thing. 90% of the people in the world are followers. Did you know that? Mhm. So you got 10% leaders, right? So you, if you know you are a follower, because you'll know either you're leading people or you're a follower. There's only two choices, right? If you're not leading people, you know you're a follower. Now, your decision as a follower is to pick the best leader you can find and then listen to him. Don't argue nothing. Listen to him. Listen to his example and all that. So, this is why I told y'all you keep score. How do you keep score? You could tell if by the money that they have. That's the scorecard. So if your leader got money, right, and he ain't ripping people off, he know his shit, right? So you need to listen to what the fuck he's saying so you could do the same, right? So the problem is a lot of people who going out here listening to people that's just as broke as them, ain't got no money, ain't got no mansions, ain't got no cars, ain't got they ain't got shit. You trying to go to someone that's gonna teach you how to save your house from foreclosure, and they ain't never even owned a house. You a bad student. Why would you pick a leader or a teacher like that? You see what I'm saying? Yes. Okay. Now, gold. You have no reason to bring your gold public. All right. Gold is used to preserve your wealth. It's real money, right? Now, with real money, if you study the way you're supposed to study, you can make trust certificates. Trust certificates is the same as Federal Reserve notes. Did you know Federal Reserve notes is trust certificates? Did you know each bank is a trust? But they call it a corporation. But each bank is a trust. Think about it. What is a trust? When you, the creator of the trust, gives whatever to someone to hold for your benefit. That's a trust, right? Uh, uh, you don't have to have a contract, long as you, it could be verbal, right? So my whole point is, you take your money and you open up a bank account, and they hold your money for you, right? And it's for your benefit, right? That's a trust. The problem is y'all let them do a contract where they took all the rights away from you under the Federal Reserve system, because Federal Reserve banks are under rules and regulations called the Federal Reserve Act. So you can't hold them to a regular trust contract because you joined them as a member under the Federal Reserve Act. All right. So y'all, you could create money with gold and silver out of your trust if you're well studied on it. Okay. Rule 144A is for banks that's inside the Federal Reserve Act and system. See, you got to understand, you can start, listen, all right. The reason why black people are poor as a people, so called black people, is because y'all don't have your own banks. A bank is like a susu. You ever heard of a susu? Hmm. So, y'all ain't supposed to do susus. Y'all supposed to be doing banks, right? So, y'all do a trust, a business trust. It is a business banking trust. And y'all put all y'all's money in them, right? And now that same trust bank can now lend y'all money. And they lend you money by taking the securities that you write and monetizing it. So we get to control who gets what. We didn't do that. Almost every race of people got their own bank. Did you know that? I know you didn't. We had our own banks. They shut them down because we had all the money in the gold. Reconstruction, that's what it was about. Stealing your land and your money, your gold and silver. They can't use gold and silver because they didn't have gold and silver. It showed you that in the George Washington letter I talked about and read to y'all just a couple of weeks ago. You feel me? We have to learn these things again, and we got to learn what's in the law. We can't learn people's opinions of it. I did a right after COVID. I did a seminar right here in Atlanta. It was a huge turnout too. Matter of fact, I was kicked out of the hotel because too many people came and they said I can't do business there no more. Even though they had a whole bunch of other meeting rooms that was connected to my meeting room, I'm like, let me just give you the money and rent it out now. They said, nah, it's already reserved. No one came. It wasn't reserved. None of them. They didn't want me to use it, but we still made it work. I, about 300 people in this one room standing up all day. And I was teaching them. And I taught them the Banking Act and how to use it to create a bank. It's all in the laws already. You just got to comprehend the laws. I hope that answers your question, bro. Well, he dropped. Let me see. I want to see if I could do this, if this will work. I'm going to see if I can answer one more call. 254-338. Peace to Yahoo. Peace. Yes. That's a real contract, but what do you want to meet on? What agreement do you want to come? Uh-huh. That's real encrypted. You should have told her, I want you to put it in layman's terms. Talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old. They like to talk to you in arbitration or something like that so they can be frank. But in that courtroom, they're gonna dance around with the words. You feel me? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, because your rights was violated. They had no contract with anyone to be able to take your child. You feel me? That's that goes against their own rules of the child support agency. You know what I mean? Right. Uh yes and no. Let me ask you this. Technically, you should be able to do a 1099 OID on the bank account itself, right? All the transactions that went in, right? But when it comes to your check, right? Direct deposit, you didn't do it with the actual company, aka your employer. Those are two different contracts. You cannot listen. You're asking me, you're you're really asking me how to be public and private. And I'm gonna tell you, you can't. Either you're gonna don't mix. Either you're gonna be on the private or the public. You can't use direct deposit and then want to be private. You need the instrument in your hand. What? Okay. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. You do the W-4T thing, you're not gonna be paying taxes anyway. You feel me? I'm talking about, see, you can do that on your job. Regular people can do that on their job, right? But still, if they do that on their job, this is what happens. They'll still be taking out the taxes when you put redeem and lawful money on each check, right? But then at the end of the year with the IRS, you would have to do a 1041, and then the IRS would give you back all the taxes that was collected, right? Now, if you do, hold on. And if you keep on, if you do what I showed y'all in the W-4T workshop, they won't take, you get to keep the money now. They won't take it out. You won't have to go recover it later. You know what I mean? Now, me, myself, I put redeem and lawful money on all the applications I do so I can discharge. So y'all missed the main point of what I was trying to say tonight. This is why I said I will do a workshop and show y'all, because a lot of it is being missed. And like I said, this ain't the first time I taught this lesson on redeeming lawful money. I told everyone, get rid of your direct deposit in 2015. You know what I mean? Oh, of course it's in the archive, but y'all ain't listening. So now I keep on doing shows on my old information, and the shit in the archives was way better. It was 3 hours long, and I was way more detailed. Was able to read the whole law to you and shit and break it down. I'm giving you a summary of the shit now. Y'all got to do more studying. All right, wonderful talking to y'all. Peace. Now y'all know Donald Trump won. Kamala didn't win. What else did y'all thought was gonna happen? Didn't y'all know it's a book out there and it says Baron Trump, and it said it would be the last president of the United States. The book was written in the early 1900s. That was prophecy, y'all. But anyway, I'm not completely, first of all, I don't vote. Never did, never will. You don't get the vote. I did a show a few weeks ago, a month ago, on the 14th Amendment, and it told you y'all don't vote. The Electoral College vote. And y'all don't even know how Electoral College people are put in office to vote either. But anyway, it is said that the son of Satan, or the Antichrist, he would come and he would make peace upon the world, and then he would turn into a dictator and cause calamities before the end. It's in Revelations, right? I'm still leery about Trump. That could mean bad for everyone, or it could mean that he's going to make their world end. The lies of the white people, YT. And when I say YT, I'm talking about their structure. I'm not talking about the people themselves. He might bring out the whole truth about who they are, and it goes back to us. So their world would be destroyed, right? But I'm saying I'm going to wait and see. But I told y'all this before, I'll say it again. Everything that he's been doing is written about in Nasera Jacera law. He's been following it to the T. So he's probably going to be the one that brings that jubilee, where they're going to revalue the money and make everything even upon the planet. We'll see, yo. But one thing about me is I don't really care. I control my own path. I don't rely on no one to get me rich. I get myself rich. The easiest way to get rich, y'all, is to be of service to people. I serve tons of people, help them out in their life 24/7. I'm going to stay rich as long as I do that. People that only got a job, only work to get their money, and don't help no one, it's called selfish. They won't get rich. It's that simple. You got to be of service to the people. With that being said, I enjoyed tonight's show. I hope y'all did. I definitely did some overtime today. Yo, y'all better listen to this show several times to really understand your remedy, and wait for me to do the workshop to show you exactly what to do. With that being said, peace to Yahuwah. I'm out.